Welcome back, everyone. All right, we are looking at lesson 110. We're on page 70 right now, lesson 110, operations with numbers and scientific notation. Okay, so now operations means adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing numbers that are in scientific notation. Okay, so now basically all of this right here is telling you that you can follow the rules for integer exponents. You can follow the rules for integer exponents, or you can try doing these this way. So the first thing we're going to do is change these numbers to regular numbers. They will be written in scientific notation, and you change them into regular numbers. Then add, subtract, multiply, or divide, whatever it's telling you to do with those numbers. And then your final step would be to change your answer back to scientific notation. Okay, so let's actually try that. So now I'm going to look at a problem on page 68. Okay, so for example, this one, the planet Venus is on average 2.5 times 10 to the 7th kilometers from Earth. The planet Mars is on average 2.25 times 10 to the 8th kilometers from Earth. When Venus, Earth, and Mars are aligned, what is the average distance from Venus to Mars? So the average distance from Venus to Mars, that means you're going to add the two together. Okay, so now I'm going to take both of these numbers, 2.5 times 10 to the 7th. We'll do that first, and we're going to turn them into into a standard form. We're going to write them as regular numbers first, okay? So because this is a positive 7, I'm going to move this decimal 7 to the right. So I'm going to take 2.5, and I'm going to move the decimal 7 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so then I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros at the end of this number. So 2, 5, and then 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 25 million. Okay, now I'm going to take the other number that I was given, 2.25 times 10 to the 8th, and I'm going to turn that into a regular number. I'm going to write that in standard form. So I'm going to take 2.25, and I'm going to move the decimal 8 to the right, because that's a positive 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros after this number. So 2, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. And then at the end, I start at the end, and every 3 digits I put a comma. So I'm adding these two numbers together now. So plug that into your calculator, or you can line up the place value and add them manually. And so if you add them, you will get 250 million. That's my final answer. So now remember, your last step is to take your final answer and turn it back into scientific notation. So here's the decimal. If I move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I stop it right there. Remember, I'm making my number between 1 or more, but less than 10. So basically between 1 and 10. So 2.5 times 10 to the 8. I moved it 8 times. And then it's a positive 8 because I started off with a number more than 1. Okay, so if you look at the next page at the top, let's look at this problem. So you have this bridge that connects New Brunswick to Prince Edward Island. The main part of the bridge rests on piers that form 43 segments. What is the approximate length of the main part of the bridge? Express your answer in scientific notation. Okay, so each length of one of these segments is this, and there's 43 of them. So 43, 8.2 times 10 to the 2, 8.2 times 10 to the 2, 43 times. So you're multiplying these two numbers. You're multiplying. So we have 8.2 times 10 squared times the 43 segments. Okay, so remember, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change any number that's not in scientific notation, any number that's not in standard form into a regular number. So let's change this one. So I'm going to take 8.2, and I'm going to move the decimal 2 to the right. That's a positive 2. So we're going to go 1, 2. So that means if it lands there, I just add 1 0, 820 times 43 now. So plug that into your calculator, and it's 35,260. So then your final step is to change this answer that you got back into scientific notation. So here's the decimal. Remember, we're going to move it and make it between 1 and 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I move it 4 times and stop it right there, my new number is 3.526, and then it's times 10 to the 4th. It's a positive 4 because this number we started off with was more than 1, and I moved it 4 times. Final answer. Okay, let's take a look at this one. A queen ant lays 1.83 times 10 to the 6 eggs over a period of 30 days. Assuming she lays the same number of eggs each day, about how many eggs does she lay in one day? And it says express your answer in scientific notation. So she lays this many. This is the total over 30 days. They want to know how much she lays in one day. So we're actually dividing. So we're going to do 1.83 times 10 to the 6th. And we're going to divide that by 30 days. So this number is already in standard form. Let's change this one into standard form. So you're going to take 1.83, the number, and you're going to move the decimal 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to add 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros after this number. 183, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So remember, starting at the end, every 3 digits, put a comma. So this number is 1,830,000 divided by 30 now. So plug that into your calculator and you get 61,000. So the queen ant lays 61,000 eggs a day. Now, final step, change that back to scientific notation. So here's your decimal. You're going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So if I stop my decimal right there, now my number's between 1 and 10, 6.1 times 10 to the 4th. I moved it 4 times, and it's a positive 4 because we started off with a number more than 1. Okay, let's take a look at another one. So if we go back to this page we started on, page 70. So if we looked at this top one, a bacteriologist estimates that there are 5.2 times 10 to the 4th bacteria growing in each of the 20 Petri dishes. About how many bacteria in total are growing in the Petri dishes? Okay, so if there's this much in each one of these, then we're going to multiply these. So we're going to take 5.2 times 10 to the 4th times 20. So the first thing we need to do, this one's already in standard form, we need to turn this into a regular number. So we're going to take 5.2 and we're going to move the decimal 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to add 1, 2, 3 zeros after that. 5, 2, 1, 2, 3. So really 52,000 times 20 is what we're solving. So 52,000 times 20, plug that into your calculator, you get 1,040,000. Okay, so that's our final answer if we just needed to answer in standard form. But we now